So here I am doing video take number 2 because the first one I did, it didn't record again. So this is getting a little irritating. Technology is always a way that the evil one gets in and messes with things. When I was in Focus, like he would just wrench everything up. Anytime you had a video presentation or anything like that, the computers wouldn't work, projectors wouldn't, like nothing would work. Like it's an easy way to get in there and to mess things up. That's starting to happen to me now, which must mean I'm on the right path. Vulnerability is essential to relationships. It's essential to prayer. It's essential to any kind of relationship you have, whether it's with God or with anybody else. It's essential to evangelization. It's essential to absolutely everything. What I was thinking about is the space we're in can create an openness to be vulnerable, to be real. It's easy for me to do this here and to be real. It's different than sitting in my office, setting up a tripod, throwing the camera on there and trying to record. I feel like a total dud when I do that. Like it's canned, it's not really me. But in the car, on the other hand, it's totally different. And as I was thinking about this and reflecting on it, what became really clear is that the car has been my safe spot all my life. This is the place where I would go to be alone. It's my environment. It's nobody else's. My parents didn't shape it. They couldn't control it. I set the music. I would decide where I was going. You know, even now, when I get out of the house to go to Hy-Vee, like now to get some milk, it's my space, it's my time. There's nobody dictating for me what's gonna happen. And so here in this space, I can listen to what I want, I can see what I want, I can enjoy the sun, the wind, the breeze, whatever it is, and I'm just comfortable. It's a space that makes it easy to be vulnerable. So this is important. Our environment can lead to our ability to be vulnerable. The two places that are easiest for me to pray are one in front of the Eucharist. I can just slip into openness there with Jesus. The other one is when I have an armchair to sit in a private room where nobody's around. And the reason is I made the spiritual exercises in my armchair in my office at my old house. So now when I go to the University of Mary, I can pray in my room there really well. When I'm at work, I can sit and pray in my armchair at my office. It's another place that I just slip in, it's familiar. One of the things we can do to extend the vulnerability beyond the place that we feel comfortable with is to pause for a minute and feel what it's like to be vulnerable. What is it like right here, right now to be vulnerable? What's it like mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually? How am I right now as I sit here? I need to pause with that, and I need to pay real close attention to that because I need to develop some muscle memory. I need to be able to go there when I choose to, because for one, this is how I'm supposed to live my life all the time. See, Jesus was open and vulnerable and himself everywhere he went, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's why he could say, like John 5:19, I only do what I see the Father doing. What the Father thought, he thought. What the Father felt, he felt. What the Father desired, he desired. And he lived it out and stepped into it. So on the macro, I need to develop that so I can be that way. But on the micro, for me, the vlogging is great. And I can do little reflections like this, which are awesome, I think. I like them, and it seems like other people are really responding to them. But God's given me more here. He wants me to teach. And when I sit down in my office and mount the camera and start to teach, it's more like, Jesus told Mary to walk the dog. Like, it's just awkward. It's just totally awkward. I'm weird. My wife will be like, oh yeah, like 20 minutes in, you were finally you. I need to feel what it's like to soak in that, to saturate in that every time I record these, so that when I get to my office to record something I'm going to teach, something a little longer and more in depth, I can go there in the same spot I am here. So vulnerability is essential. If you have a place where you feel comfortable being vulnerable, feel what you're like there. Interiorly, physically, mentally, emotionally, the whole thing. So another place I feel great and vulnerable is late at night on my couch, in my gym shorts and a t-shirt, just hanging out. That doesn't mean that I can physically be in that spot in the middle of a meeting at work. But what it does mean is I can pay attention to my interior disposition at that time. And I can come to see what that's like, and I can be that there. Anyway, hope y'all are having a good Sunday. I got to get into Hy-Vee here. I'm getting some milk for my iced toddy lattes. I love them. I drink them every day. And what I do is take some honey, some toddy, some cream, and some milk, whip it all up with some ice, and it's freaking amazing, and it gets us going. Have a great day, guys.